Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general weekly love reading for the sign of Pisces. This can resonate with your sun, moon, rising or Venus sign. Now I could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind. So please use your own discernment and flip the roles to however this best resonates with your situation, but please do not make the story fit. So if the reading resonates or parts of the message resonate, then that's great. If it doesn't resonate, then it's simply not your message. So please take what you feel fits and leave the rest. So we're just using 2 decks of cards today. We have the Modern Witch Tarot and then also the Hidden Truth Oracle messages. So let's get into the reading. Angels of Love and Light, we please have clear and concise messages. For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, what do they need to know in relation to love? For this week, please and thank you. Now, I have tried to do your reading before and my voice has been feeling absolutely fine all day, and then as soon as I went to sit down and do your reading, before the video either cut out or my voice was playing up, it was getting really kind of croaky, guys. So I feel like someone could be feeling a little bit ill right now. They could be dealing with a bit of a head cold, a few sinus kind of issues. I'm also getting the sense that someone feels like they need to cough up some sort of information or let you know of something, or maybe they're needing to speak their truth to either you or someone else, or kind of say how they really feel about a situation that they've been dealing with for quite some time. So that could be an additional message here, guys. So just cutting up the deck now and we'll get straight into the reading. What can we get here for Pisces? Pisces, please and thank you. Oh wow, 2 of Cups, beautiful. Yeah, there is someone who really loves you. They really love you, and I'm getting they miss you. This person is making their way to you, and I feel like that's potentially the sense of why they're feeling like they need to cough up, is because there's a sense of being nervous but excited at the same time about making themselves known to you. I'm getting a sense of a declaration of love here. I'm really kind of getting drawn to this lighthouse here, so potentially this person views you as a true light in their life. I'm getting you helped me out of the darkness and guided me home safely. Wow, which is really beautiful, guys. I feel like this could potentially be a same-sex connection, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. I'm also feeling that you may be very different from one another, but you're one in the same. So I feel like this could potentially be a very strong soulmate connection. Maybe even a past life connection, or potentially a twin flame here. A divine masculine, divine feminine. I feel like this person is taking their own advice. Finally, I'm getting, and listening to their kind of intuition. I feel like this connection is very guided here. I feel like this person is working on themselves a lot, and they're beginning some sort of signs and synchronicities and assistance in order to make their way to you and to show you how they genuinely feel for you. I feel like this person's quite a sensitive soul. They're also very intuitive. I'm getting the word psychic here, guys, so potentially they've just had issues in the past where they felt like their kind of intuition was blocked, but I feel like something is being opened up in some sort of way, like they're getting more tuned in or tapped in, potentially spiritually, and they're becoming more emotionally mature as well. I feel like you knew deep down that this person had love for you, or they've always had love for you, but they just hadn't necessarily got to a point where they've been able to show you of this love that they have for you. But you kind of knew with what you felt that this person was most likely your person. Your match, I'm getting. I feel like I feel like I'm getting the sense that as soon as they kind of look at you, they won't want to be able to stop looking at you, or they won't be able to take their eyes off of you. I'm getting that song again. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off of you. Yeah. I'm getting the sense that this person likes to dance, or if they like to dance but they may not be very good at dancing for some reason. Maybe they feel a little bit shy, or potentially you bring this kind of side out of them, this playful side, and they love that, but at the same time it kind of really gets them out of their comfort zone, so they feel a little bit socially awkward. Potentially you're not like phased by that whatsoever. I'm getting first on the dance floor for some reason, first and last off the dance floor. I'm getting a sense that you know how to have a good time, and this person may be like wanting to kind of sit in the corner and just like watching you from afar, feeling too nervous about the idea of actually getting up to meet you. But I feel like in some sort of way they genuinely love it, but they may not necessarily say it to you, but they do love it. So if you have had the opportunity where you've been out and you've kind of like coaxed this person up in some sort of way to dance with you or do something silly, or I'm getting let your inner child free for some reason, let them play, then I feel like this person loves it. But it takes potentially a lot for them to kind of get out of their comfort zone. Yeah. This person hasn't communicated to you here with the Ace of Swords in reverse that they feel all of this for you. They've kept it very much to themselves, like it's some sort of treasured secret. Potentially you may have felt like this person wasn't interested in you. I feel like they just denied the connection between you in the past, and actually deep down they feel so much more for you than they realised before, and they know that I'm getting they can't do anything about it, in the sense of they can't help themselves but feel the depth of the connection with you, obviously because you have a strong soul tie. Wow. What else here, please and thank you? They definitely see you as their future partner here. Future spouse even, I'm getting. What else here for Pisces, please and thank you? Oh my gosh, guys. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. You guys, there's going to be a major breakthrough in this connection. Oh my god. I just heard a phone go off, like a text message, and it just went ding. So there was the confirmation that this is a destined connection, but also they're going to reach out to you soon, most likely by a text message or by social media, or they're going to call you, potentially email you. You're gonna hear a message out of the blue, unexpected communication. So expect it, guys. I mean, that was pretty synchronistic just there. That was amazing. You could be dealing with a Leo, an Aquarius, a Taurus, or a Scorpio here, guys, or you have this strongly in your chart, or maybe your person does. Yeah, you may have felt like you missed out on an opportunity with this person to have the new beginning, or your person feels like if they don't come into your life now, or they don't come into your life soon, that they will miss out on this forever. But what I'm getting is what is meant to be for you will be for you, and if you feel the deep connection with this person, even if you have been at a physical distance from one another, you know deep down that divine timing is coming into play here, and that you haven't missed out on anything. That what is meant for you is going to be coming in for you, and that you will have the new start when it's ready to happen, when it's ready to be, you know, in a sense, coming into the 3D in a tangible manner or a tangible way. You know that there is the breakthrough coming, but it's just when it's ready to come in, you know? I'm getting the sense that you could potentially be this person up here, you know, you are on a higher, potentially higher vibration right now. You see the bigger picture of it all, and this person is down here, and they're wanting to come round to meet you because they're not necessarily in the same mindset or headspace or potentially the vibration as you. So they are looking at you, missing you, but you kind of know that everything is going to turn around. This person will be able to see things from your perspective because you already have been in this position once before, and they may have been up here going, you know, through certain things in their life, and everything may have appeared to be rosy, and you may have felt like, oh, well, I've missed out on this love, I've missed out on this connection, and you may have been very heartbroken at some point, but you have kind of moved on up here, and now things are turning around. And not to say that you guys won't eventually meet up with one another, you most likely will do, but you know exactly what it feels like to be down in this position, and now your person is getting to experience that as well. And once they have experienced it, you'll both be able to sit side by side with one another at this higher level and look at the greater picture of it all in the sense of objectivity and a spiritual lesson, and learning whatever karmic lesson there was to get through in the past, and then know eventually you'll be face to face with one another. I mean, that is, wow. Oh gosh, wow. Whew. Guys, the tables are turning for you. They are. You just don't necessarily see it as of yet because it's all kind of happening, you know, in the sense of the unseen, in the ethers, but you feel it already. You know that it's coming. It's just not materialized yet. It's not moved on forward in relation to your physical eyes as of yet. It's like you've had to really get to grips with knowing and understanding that just because the connection isn't necessarily moving forward at the space, I'm getting the space and time that you are wanting it to move into at your kind of timeline, you feel like because it's not moving at that pace for you, when you're kind of in a sense feeling that you're ready for it, you feel like it's not going to happen and it's going to be delayed, and then you're lying to yourself in the sense of, oh well, it's never going to happen. Then you're doubting yourself, then you're worried like, oh, I've missed out, you know, will we ever get together? And a sense of, yes, you will. Things will move on forward very quickly, and you will have your beautiful moment here with the sun. You know, you will have the sense where you'll get together, you'll meet up, you'll be able to travel, you know, let your kind of inner child kind of free with this person and be playful and have this strong soulmate connection. But you've had to turn around your mindset into this recognition that things will eventually be ready for you when they're ready for you, and not necessarily on your timeline or your person's, but in divine timing. And that's what the lesson has been, in a sense of being patient. Wow, okay. So we have Judgment here in reverse. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 10-10, so you could be seeing those numbers. Yeah, your person most likely here with that 4 of Wands in reverse has had to move or relocate here. They've had to move or relocate. Potentially they've had to sell a property, or they've had to buy a new home. So they've lost out a lot financially because they may have had all of their savings and they've had to relocate and buy a new place. And potentially they don't feel necessarily ready as of right now to be able to come forward and offer you of love, because their material world may not necessarily be up to scratch, I'm getting. I feel like you've had to really stop overthinking and going through the sense of analysis paralysis about this connection. I feel like you are needing to allow yourself of the fresh start with or without this person, and if it's meant to be, they'll be coming into your life to play catch up with you and get to this point. So you won't feel like you're missing out, but potentially your love interest is still needing to balance some sort of past actions that they're dealing with as of right now, to do with a long-term home situation. Potentially could be to do with a karmic partner or a karmic ex, or a challenging third-party situation where there has been a lot of upset in this sense of this home. I feel like your love interest is in a sense, understanding that if they are to have this love with you, then they need to get out of their own head and they need to start making moves, you know, physical moves, rather than just thinking about it all the time. They have to, you know, I'm getting put pen to paper and write down some sort of plans. I'm getting strategy for some reason. They're needing to strategize and to kind of be more logical about their approach, about what it is that they are trying to do in getting organized. I keep getting that. What else here, please, and thank you. This person can't continue to stay where they were and think what if all the time. Look, the world. An old cycle with whoever they're dealing with is coming to an end with justice. Libra energy, and then we have more fixed sign energy here as well. This is so beautiful, guys. They know that the cycle between you isn't over, and there will be a sense of progression here and karmic justice coming into play. And it's really quite amazing how we have 10, then we have 11, and we have 20, and then we have 21. So in a sense, you're both closing out something in your own lives. You could be potentially mirroring each other here, and then that is overall having this sense of realignment with you and your person coming together at a later date. There's definitely been a strong sense of karma here, as I was saying earlier. This person hasn't been able to stop thinking about you, but they're feeling really kind of stuck right now, most likely, or they have done for quite some time. And they're struggling to express themselves. This person knows that they were selfish. They know that potentially they may have been a bit of a coward. They know that potentially they may have not necessarily had the backbone to kind of speak up and say what it is that they were wanting, and maybe they felt a bit tongue-tied and confused and unsure about the connection with you, but also being somewhere where they had strong roots, like family ties, or strong roots, like potentially they didn't kind of move out of the family home for quite some time, or they were away and then they moved back into with their parents or something, or they moved back in with their family, and there's been difficulties in relation to that. I'm getting that for some reason. I feel like your love interest is I'm getting a sense of feeling a bit homesick for some reason. They may live over an ocean, or they feel homesick in the sense that they feel like you're home to them and they miss you. But they're having to end completely an old cycle in their life first before making their way to you here with the Scorpio energy. They need to have a rebirth. I'm getting rebirth and resurrection here, like Phoenix rising from the ashes, if they are able to make their way to you. The star, beautiful. Aquarius energy. This person is needing to heal. They recognize the connection with you, but they're feeling stuck with the Two of Swords. Potentially they feel like you're not going to be open and receptive to this sense of communication with one another. They definitely want to kind of pour into you, I'm getting, like pour their emotions out to you. They're wanting to feed this connection. They're wanting to nourish it. They're wanting to come into contact with you and express themselves. This person feels that you are just incredible to them. You're that kind of guiding light in their life. It's interesting to me because you see how this bird here is like looking at that star. Like you're this light in the sky to this person. Like you just emanate this sense of beauty from you. I'm getting you have a beautiful aura, and this person is just mesmerized by this light, and they're just drawn to you, and it's like you kind of guiding them in. I'm getting the sense of you know when planes come into land at the airport Yeah, I'm getting that for some reason. So maybe there's a sense of world travel here, guys. So this person may be flying to see you. What else here, please, and thank you for Pisces. The Emperor in reverse. Aries energy. Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, okay. This potentially could be a divine masculine here, or a divine feminine, however this resonates, guys, as I'm reading energy here rather than gender or sex. This person knows that they made a very poor judgment call in the past. Potentially they were a bit hot and cold. Maybe they weren't really sure of what they were wanting in the past. Potentially they were, you know, flighty. This person may have led more with their kind of passion, and had a strong sense of lust in their kind of life. Like they went more with the lust types of connections in the past, and I feel like this has been a strong lesson for this person, because they've been feeling your absence, and they know that with how they conducted themselves with you, it meant that potentially whatever foundation that you may have had in the past, or whatever strong friendship there may have been, or etc., a connection that was not built overnight was then at some point destroyed in some sort of level. Like the old kind of paradigm of your connection was completely destroyed. But it needed to happen most likely so that you guys could be on a fresh new path, and that you could, I'm getting a sense of trying again when things were more appropriate for you both, and that your person had done the growing up that was necessary, and also that you had matured in some sort of way as well, so that you could both come together and have the sense of forgiveness and acceptance of oneself, and bringing the sense of self-love and self-care and self-respect, and kind of heal potentially any childhood wounds that there may have been from the past. Kind of being more connected with your inner child, or your person's having to do the same. Really kind of taking stock of one's life and looking back and reflecting, and having this recognition that, you know, I did what I did, you know, you can't change the past. You know, we can all, in a sense, look back on our lives and wish that things would be different, but wishful thinking doesn't change the past. Nothing does, and it doesn't matter how much we kind of think back on our past or dwell on the past, or if we're feeling stuck because of the past. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I feel like your love interest is needing to take life, you know, by the scruff of the neck, basically, and bring order to themselves, so that eventually they can bring order to you. Because I feel like you've already brought order to yourself, and so therefore, because you've done this work on you, things are feeling easier for you, in a sense, now. And it may have been a long time coming here, guys, I'm getting. You may have waited a long time for your big break. Potentially here with the World, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Cups, you could be bringing in some really beautiful new partnerships in relation to your work, your career, your finances, or projects, or partnerships, or anything like that. You could potentially even be bringing in a new soulmate or new love, if you're wanting that, and not necessarily of this past person, because obviously, you know, everyone's story is different. But I'm also getting that this new love, if they come into your life, like that's potentially a blessing or a gift for you, because you've been doing the work, even though, you know, you've kind of had a difficult time. But I'm also getting a new social group, like new circles of friends, like yeah, I'm getting that kind of saying, like, how you kind of like the same as your kind of your five closest friends, or something like that. So it's like the 5 closest people in your life, like, it's like you're kind of all one and the same, and it's not until you find new friends and they're kind of, you know, more healed or leveled up, then you are what you are, in the sense of that circle of 5 friends or something like that. There's definitely a saying, but I'm just not getting my words out right, guys. So I'm sorry about that. But you've had to release yourself from this connection in the past, or potentially your person, your love interest, released you in some sort of way, but it was potentially for the right reasons, in the sense that on the grander scheme of things, the universe was like, yeah, I know you don't quite necessarily see it as of right now, but eventually the blindfold will come off and you will understand why things happened the way that they did, and actually look back and feel like really quite blessed here, guys, that you probably would be like, well, I wouldn't want to change a thing, because it would get you to the point where if you do come together with this person, you'll be like, now I completely understand why all of this was so incredibly necessary for my growth, but also for my person's growth, because I'm getting it can't get any better than this. So when you get together, it's going to be like all your dreams coming true. It's going to be a sense of a miracle here, really. It's going to genuinely feel like the world is your oyster, and you can do it with anything, with your person, with your love interest. Like, you can take on the world. I'm getting a sense as well, potentially you could be really into astrology here as well. I'm getting this as like, or you may be focusing on astrology, or you're learning astrology. I'm getting the sense of a birth chart here. So that could be like, if you're wondering what is going to really help you kind of level up in some sort of way and put yourself out there, then that could be the next sign for you that potentially astrology may be your thing. I'm getting that for some reason, if that's something you've been really interested in. Yeah, and I'm getting a strong sense of emotional healing here as well. So you could potentially be a counsellor of sorts. I'm getting energy healer, Reiki healer. You could potentially be a tarot reader as well, I'm getting. Yeah, I'm getting lots of different messages, so obviously please take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. But I feel like your person is just so drawn to you that they know that they just can't stay where they are. They will eventually show of themselves and their emotions for you and put in the work. They will. Because this person's very interested in you, and they want to fight and protect for this connection, but they could feel like they're down on their luck right now in relation to their finances. So they could potentially be, I'm getting working night and day to get their money right, so that therefore they're able to provide. I'm getting provide for you, but also for themselves. If they have children, then they're needing to kind of make sure that their children are okay. The other message I'm getting is that maybe there was some sort of paternity issues in the past that your person could be addressing as of right now. So maybe some sort of fertility issues. Or if you have been experiencing this, or your person is, and you're concerned that if you're wanting children with this person and you were unsure about whether you would be able to have children, I feel like what was once an issue in the past will not be an issue anymore, and that there will be the sense of blessings coming in. So I'm getting just to have hope, have faith, have the sense of trust in knowing that things are turning out really well for yourself and for your love interest. I feel like also your love interest is kind of really getting over the sense of caring too much about what everyone else is potentially saying they should be doing or shouldn't be doing. They're starting to listen to themselves more, but I feel like they had everyone else's opinion on a much higher ranking than their own opinion. So therefore they took what other people may have thought that they should be doing or shouldn't be doing as kind of gospel. And I feel like they're starting to learn to listen to themselves more, and this is actually really helping them to kind of fulfill their destiny, to close out what's not serving them and make their way most likely to you. We will be together again. You see how I just quickly shuffled that and then that came through. We will be together again. You will be together again. Okay? So let's look into the hidden truth oracle messages and see what your love interest would like to say to you, or what you would like to say to them at this time, as we do have cross watchers here, guys. Everything you need to know about myself and the channel is in the description box below. If you did fancy supporting myself and the channel, there is a donation link now available as well. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you all so very much. Even if you do not financially donate, that's absolutely fine. A great way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe and comment down below. I'm very appreciative of you guys doing that too, especially if you kind of hit the thumbs up button, guys, the like button. It makes a massive difference with the channel, and it really does help get the messages out there to people who may need to see them at this time. So thank you all so much. So let's get into this messages, okay? I'm just getting this indication that if your love interest was dealing with a karmic partner or a karmic ex, there was potentially the sense of infidelity there, a sort of scandal of sorts, and they know that they made the wrong decision, or they feel like they've made the wrong decision. But I mean, you know, there isn't necessarily the sense of making a mistake, there are only lessons. So it's like they needed to go through more lessons, so they feel like they've made a mistake, but it's actually been like a course correction for them to learn what they're feeling that they're needing to learn, to address it, and then to close out what's necessary and move themselves forward. So it's basically a course correction rather than necessarily going, I've done everything wrong. It's just seeing things from another perspective. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's get into this for Pisces. Yeah, your person potentially wasn't ready for a relationship with you in the past. They potentially just weren't ready. Oh my gosh, as I say that, the timing just wasn't right for us. It wasn't. There was most likely blocks in the way, as I was saying earlier, but the blocks and the delays and the obstacles, you know, are like the little challenges from the universe to kind of test us. And I'm getting the sense of the timing wasn't right before, but the timing is getting right for you. You know, maybe not necessarily right now, but it's still kind of moving on forward for you guys. There is a lot happening here. This is really beautiful. I'm so attracted to you. Well, they are. We know that. But it's interesting to me because I feel like this person has this sense of deep love for you, but you may see them in a particular way, that if they were a bit of a bad boy or a bad girl in the past, or potentially had, you know, the tendency to kind of just be very flirty, I'm getting a bit of a flirt, so they, you know, I'm just getting the sense that maybe they may have just thought it was harmless flirting, but potentially they may have upset you in some sort of way. Like potentially this person is just naturally very magnetic, or they get a lot of attention, and I feel like it's not necessarily in a manipulative sense that they are trying to get kind of one over and take advantage of anyone. I feel like potentially this person just has a lot of magnetic like chemistry as much as like you do. Like I feel people are very attracted to you, or they have been, but you just, you know, act differently in some sort of way. Like I'm getting, for some reason, I replay our conversations over and over again. Yeah, this person is thinking about you a lot. What else here, please? I'm so attracted to you. Well, we know that because I was saying, like, you're this kind of star in the sky. You're the light that's guiding them home. I'm getting that song, Fix You, I believe it is, by Coldplay. Lights guiding me home or something. So many things remind me of you. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. Bottom of the deck, I love you unconditionally. I mean, guys, wow. I actually believe that the last reading I did for you last week, I feel like this I love you unconditionally card come out. And I said to you before, this card doesn't come out very often, but in 2 readings in 2 weeks, it has shown itself of what you don't see. you don't see that this person has this sense of unconditional love for you because they haven't expressed themselves. But it's there, you feel it's there, you know that it's there. I wish I had treated you better, and I love you. I mean, guys, I will wait for a sign from you, and I can't stop thinking about you. This person really does genuinely love you, but you also love them unconditionally as well, in the sense that you kind of let them be to heal, and they just love you so much for that. And I feel like there will be a point in time where you'll be able to kind of look at each other and, you know, talk it out, and this person's just going to completely understand as to why you kept yourself to yourself, or why you focused on you, and how this like incredible connection came to pass, and how it all, you know, just came through in completely unexpected ways than you could potentially imagine. And I feel there's a strong sense of, you know, the universe kind of having your back here. You know, we've all made mistakes, or supposed mistakes, because there's not really mistakes, is there? We get that kind of, that's our ego telling us that we've made mistakes, but really there aren't mistakes. It's just a course correction. It's just a redirection for us to kind of, you know, get back onto the path for us that is of our, you know, highest good, if you know what I mean. Okay. But wow, yeah, loads of messages that have come through for you guys today. So I hope that, you know, some of these messages resonated, a few messages, if not the whole reading. I hope you have enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed reading for you today. I hope you have a wonderful week. Please take care of yourselves, and sending you guys love and light. Take care, and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye now.